Hi, I'm Neil and thank you very much for joining me today for a review of Rafter 5. This is an Oink Games party dexterity game that I picked up at Aircon this year. I picked it up after playing the demo because it was that much fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you down to the table, show you how it plays. It will be a really quick run through of an actual game, just demonstrated for you, sped up a bit, but so you can see what's going on, and then I'll bring you back up and tell you my final thoughts. Okay, cheers! Okay, this is Rafter 5 set up for a 4-player game. Each player will have one of these strips of their colour and the 7 treasure chests of that colour. On your turn, you must pick up one of the rescue people. Then you must pick up one of these waters, turn it over, place your person on top, and then take one of your treasure chests and put it on top of there. As long as nothing falls into the water, your go is over. So that would be an example of the first go. Now this player is going to have a go. Any pieces of wood that are placed onto the raft now must at least cross over in some way, must go on top of in some way another piece of wood that's already there. So that player would place that and place that. If ever anything fell into the water, the player that caused it to fall in would take it all as a penalty. If it's their own treasure chests, then it goes back in their supply. If it's other people's treasure chests, it would go along this strip here. Once someone gets to 5 completed, it's the end of the game. The person with the most of these loses and everyone else wins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep on playing now and I'll speed it up so you can watch the game go to completion. Okay, cheers. Say that whenever a rafter falls into the water, the next player must save one of the rafters in the water. So this orange player will now have to save one of these and the yellow player will have to too. At this point, the white player has no more treasure chests, so they no longer take part in the game. Another way the game ends is if all of these lumber cards are placed. I mean, I've never seen it, but it could happen. So the players will continue now with the ones that are left over. So yellow's almost finished as well. So that's the end of the game. The orange player loses, all other players win, and that is Rafter 5. Okay, before I go through my final thoughts, just a quick talk about the rules and the components. So, the components, hopefully that's okay, are great. You make the board out of the box. All the components fit back into the box fantastic, which is great for Oink Games. The rule book is really clear and translated. If it was a translation, I'm not sure, but the rules are really well written, which once again for an Oink game is fantastic. All the people are great shapes and sizes. The treasure chests have got a nice feel to them. And when you're balancing, you think, oh my God, this surely couldn't get any bigger than it does, but it does. You can get it quite big. So yeah, rules, components, absolutely top notch. Okay, so I don't have a lot of dexterity type games. It's not really my genre really that I like, but this one kind of fits like a perfect
niche for me because it's quick to set up, it's super easy to teach. It plays from 1 to 6. I mean, I don't know why you would play it solo, but you can play it if you want to. But it plays really well at 2 and 3 as well as 4, 5, 6. So it meets all of those requirements, and it's a game that you can play with young kids who are probably going to do better than you anyway, like nephews, nieces, children, what have you, as well as older relatives, friends, family, etc. So it's a game that kind of that spans all generations, and it's incredibly easy to teach and very easy to play. I really enjoy watching people's faces as they think, well, this surely is going to collapse straight away, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you probably saw in that sped up video, it actually got quite wide there before it all collapsed. And that's quite often how it plays out. People will do crazy things. They'll try and balance right on the edge, right over the edge. It'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, to the absolute fun of everybody sitting around the table. My preferred player count is kind of 3 stroke 4. That's my preferred way of playing because your goes come around super quick. Not that there's a lot of waiting around. Length of play, 10 minutes maybe at the most, but you'll never play it more than once, so I would say you'll play this numerous times. In terms of value for money, I mean, I picked it up for £15. I would say that's pretty good value for money. Played it maybe 20 times already, maybe a bit more. So in terms of value for money, I'd say it's fantastic. Like I said before, I don't really normally like dexterity games, but this one kind of definitely scratches that itch for me, and one that sits proudly with all my other Oink games. It comes in a lovely small form, fits back into the box perfectly, and yeah, really great game. So rating for me would be somewhere between, which I know is a bit awkward, but somewhere between look out for it to play, and if you see it, buy it. Because if you don't like dexterity games, this isn't for you. Maybe it might be, so it's definitely worth giving it a try. I would say this is a review for me would be, if you see this, then definitely play it. So and you'll want to play it more than once. So yeah, for me, this is a great game that I really enjoy. I can't say it's essential because if you don't like dexterity games, then definitely not. I also can't say it's like highly recommended, but I can say it's definitely worth seeking out to play at a friend's, at a convention, at a library, wherever you are, in a shop if they've got it out on demo. Definitely give it a play. I think you will enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching the review of Rafter 5. I've been Neil, and I really appreciate you watching my videos. Okay, see you on the next one. Cheers!